Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the January 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. I did also post the year-long 2023 video, so be sure to check that out as well. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for January. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, take a look at your crystal of the month, and do a healing note. But again, back to column number 1, which is what's wrapping up and coming to a close, Aries. We have the card patterns. I think you did a good job of creating some new habits and patterns for yourself in December, which I like to see. Feels like this is going to be about carrying forward these good habits. But let's take a look and see what cards we have coming through here. The first card that we have is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is very much so a love card. It's a romantic love, it's partnership, it's proposal, it's marriage. Some of you could have entered into a new relationship or even friendship in the last few weeks or month. This also could be an advancement of a current relationship. So again, getting engaged or getting married in the last few weeks or month. Overall, strong love card though. Like to see it. For those of you that are not experiencing love type energy, Aries, this can also just be like a opportunity, a different type of proposal that came forward. So most likely love, but can be a representation of a new opportunity as well. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of kind of feeling unfulfilled, wanting more, expecting more, needing more here, Aries. The nice thing is that this is what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so hopefully we're moving more into that feeling of fulfillment and getting what we need from life, but kind of reflecting that we are feeling a little unfulfilled in the current moment. And then at the bottom here we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results, having to make a choice, or very well could have been travel. So some of you could have done a little bit of traveling these last few weeks or month. But like I said, this could also be a decision that we had to make or waiting to get something done. Let's take a look though at our clarifiers here and see what other messages we've got going on. This new relationship or advancement of the relationship, or again, new opportunity, seems really promising. On top of it here, we have the Star card. The Star card's a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. I like to see this. It's like kind of relit the fire inside of you. So very passionate about this relationship or passionate about this new opportunity. Feeling very renewed and seeing and feeling the potential that's associated with this relationship or opportunity. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. Again, kind of supporting that love message here. The Knight of Cups is like Prince or Princess Charming. It's knight in shining armor. It's like everything you hope for in another person or in an opportunity. So really, really nice to see. This is also proposals. So again, there could have been engagement or marriage these last few weeks. If you've been feeling unfulfilled in terms of love, this is definitely a great shift of energy for you too with the couple love cards that we have sprinkled in here. Or fulfillment coming from the new opportunity, that other proposal. At the bottom we have the Six of Swords. I know the Six of Swords looks a little gloomy. The card is blue and gray. Everybody's facing away with their heads hanging low, and there's all the swords stuck into the boat. But this is a card about going through a necessary transition, and the boat is heading in a forward, positive direction. So I really like the Six of Swords for that reason. We're going through this transition. It's necessary. It's taking us where we need to go. This could also be a card of travel, moving, relocating, so there could be some movement in that sense as well. Definitely movement, travel, physically moving, or just moving forward with this new opportunity or new relationship. Okay, Aries, now let's take a look at just general what's coming for January. Take a look at our summary card here. We have the card revision. This is needing to revise what we're working on, revise our thoughts, revise our actions. So making a change to make sure that we're on the right path here. So first, definitely some potential for revision in January. Life, honestly, is all about checking and adjusting. If we had one plan for all of life, it wouldn't work out. Plans and things that we need to accomplish are constantly changing. So a lot of us are in that kind of cycle of revision. And it's not a bad place to be. Like I said, you got to check and adjust sometimes as we move forward and move on through life. But taking a look here at the top card, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. I always like this. This is like about being resourceful with the resources we have. So making good decisions there. This is also a very domestic card, so continuing that relationship energy that we were feeling the last few weeks or month. It can also be a card of fertility for those of you hoping to grow your family. Lots of fertile energy there with the Queen of Pentacles. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. I think this ties really nicely into the revision here, Aries, and it's like you need to be flexible, you need to be fluent, you need to be able to revise on the fly, you need to be able to kind of make changes on the fly. So just be aware of that. Really tolerant, and flexible here. Again, if you just have one plan and you just push for that one plan and things are going around that one plan, it's not going to accomplish what we want it to accomplish. It's not going to lead to where we want it to lead. So definitely keep that in mind and stay flexible, stay fluid there, revise as needed. At the bottom, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration. So definitely celebration worthy, some sort of success coming your way in January. Love to see that, Aries. This is also a card of friendship and circle of support. So it could be reviving some friendships. Again, there was potential for that new friendship as well, or new love interest. But just well supported and surrounded by family and friends going into this month. Let's go ahead and see what other messages we've got here. The first card that we have is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of desires for long-term security. I think you're making the right moves financially, with time and energy, resource-wise, to accomplish the things that we want. The Four of Pentacles, again, though, is the desire. So it's that something that we want that we don't have. That's why it's important to stay flexible and make revisions as needed. So keep that in mind. But in general, I think we're putting our resources in the right place here. The next card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry. I feel like, well, obviously you need to hear it or I wouldn't be saying it, Aries, but it's like this is the reminder to be flexible. So I know as things come up, you don't want to change your plan and you're almost worried about changing your plan. But again, you need to be fluid. You need to be tolerant. You need to kind of go with the flow and check and adjust as needed. But that's kind of the angst or worry coming about. Or maybe even like the lack of desire to change, perhaps. At the bottom here, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. It's a card of giving or receiving. I do feel like you're on the receiving end of this. And that could very much so be why we're celebrating, or this could be support that you're receiving from family or friends. Again, circle of support is significant there with the Three of Cups. So receiving support, being on the receiving end in general, leading to that celebration. So nice cap for January, but again, be flexible, be fluid. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I got this new deck of cards which have money advice on them. So let's start with that. It says, what if money did grow on trees? Remember that all trees have seasons and your money works the same. Which season are you in currently as it relates to your finances? Are you investing in planting seeds, or this is a time where you're collecting the harvest? Know the season and nurture the energy accordingly. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. whatever you associate with career or money here, Aries. But let's go ahead and read these through. The first card that we have is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a card of rivalry, challenges, obstacles. If you take a look at this card, they're fighting with wands, they're not fighting with swords. I always like to explain this as small bumps in the road, but it does indicate that, bumps in the road. So things may not be quite smooth sailing. There could be a conflict at work, or perhaps a project comes up that you really don't want to work on or don't want to do, but have to do, Aries. So just be aware of that. The Five of Wands is also a card of sport, like physical. I could see some of you doing like a more physical job or work this month going into the month of January. So that's an interesting message, but it feels like for some of you it could be rather physical. The next next card that we have here is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is very patient. This could be an indicator of new job, raise, or money news. So like to see that new money coming in, new opportunity coming in, just a sense of newness. And I feel like it's what you've been waiting for. So again, new job, raise, some sort of money news coming through here. At the bottom, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. But if you look at this card, this person's like gathering up their swords and they're moving on. And I do feel like you're going to move on and pursue whatever this new opportunity is. Maybe you're just like tired of all the little bumps in the road or being asked to do things you don't want to do. So I do see you moving on to pursue whatever this is with the Page of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and clarify though. Perhaps there was some sort of theft, betrayal, dishonesty or something too that would like spur the move for you there, Aries. The first card though, first clarifier we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, depression, divorce, loss, surgery, illness. Perhaps you're being asked to do something physical and you're like not feeling the best, so that could be coming up. But it's just like there's issues here. There's things that are bothering you, things that are hurting you in this current situation. So although there's small bumps in the road, small conflicts, it's like they've kind of added up and left you not feeling the best. Again, makes sense why you would be moving on and pursuing that new opportunity there. The next card that we have is the Eight of Cups. Again, a card of moving on. If you take a look at the Eight of Cups are stacked really nicely. This is saying like, well, what you had is pretty good, but if you look at the little gummy bear in the back, they're walking away still. They're pursuing that something better. So going from good to better. With the Eight of Cups, this is withdrawing, retreating, moving on. So again, I do see you pursuing whatever this newness is with the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom here, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is primarily a love card, but it is a card of partnership. It can be a card of proposal. It's just like the person of the new opportunity you're drawn to, or the new opportunity itself you're drawn to. So this is the new here. New relationship, new proposal, new opportunity, again, that we're proceeding towards. The next card, the next column we have here, Aries, is about love. So similar to the money column, we did get a new love deck. So let's see what your love message says. This is surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here. So the first card that we have is the Empress. I love the Empress card. This is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. It's the ability to create whatever reality you would like for yourself. So in terms of love, you can genuinely have whatever you want here, Aries. This is a card of pregnancy and fertility. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this is a great card for you. The next card that we have is the Death card. The Death card is a card, I always like to throw this out. This doesn't actually mean death, but it does indicate big changes and endings, and it's time to move on. It's interesting, you have a card that's saying surrender. Death kind of echoes that same message. Surrender, let go, move forward. So be ready to move forward to this transition and move forward to actually creating what you want, not just what you had. So let go and all will work out, as the card above mentioned. At the bottom here, we have the 10 of Cups. For those of you that have watched my readings before, you know the 10 of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. We have this nice full rainbow here with cups. There's a happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, the water is running, there's a house in the background. The 10 of Cups is just everything wonderful, truthfully. It's everything you could possibly want. It's family, contentment, total love and support. So a really nice way to end. It's like you're moving on from what's not serving you. You're surrendering the things that we need to let go of, and then having the ability to create what we want, and then actually getting what we want here at the bottom. So super nice love spread of cards here. At the top, we have the World card, which is a card of completion. It's a card of endings. It's the final card in the Major Arcana. So again, letting go of things so we can create that new that we want. The Moon card is a card of making changes and trusting your intuition and being clear on what you want. The Death card is a card of making changes. So 2 card of making changes here to our current love situation. And at the bottom here, we have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card of like having to protect yourself. And it's interesting because I think you're in the point of protecting yourself. But in the 10 of Cups, that's not the reality that you live in. Again, that's that place of total love and support. So no longer needing to defend and protect yourself. So really, really like the love shift that's coming here for you, Aries. Let's go ahead now, though, and take a look at our 5th and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guide. So something to carry into the month of January with us. So the first card that we have is space, or excuse me, our summary card is space. I like this. This is always such a good reminder to give ourselves the time and space that we need. I wouldn't say that you need to make any hasty decisions here. You're going to be busy, but it's not like overwhelming busy. So make sure you give yourself the time and the space to process and do whatever you need to do this month. Let's see, though, what cards we have coming through in this final column. Our first card is the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. I like this renewal and hope. It's especially important going into the new year. You have your Star card in both top corners here. So really like the high energy, the renewal of hope. Again, giving yourself time and space to process, to be energized, to feel good, to gain the clarity that you need. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. Again, this is you like taking care of you, giving yourself the time and the space that you need. It's like you just need a little bit more time to get to the right point. This is you nurturing yourself, giving yourself time and space. At the bottom here, we have the World card. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana. This is completing a goal, completing a lesson. This could be travel. So some of you could just be taking time off to give yourself that break, a little bit of travel time there. But this is completion too. So giving yourself the time and space to perhaps complete things and get things done here is important as well, Aries. Let's clarify and see if there's any other messages that I can provide you here. The first clarifier we have is the Knight of Wands. This is very free-spirited, very creative. I like how this pairs with the renewal of energy. This is like kind of like Energizer Bunny type vibes. So it's like you really are feeling renewed. You really are feeling vibrant and abundant and creative. So definitely do give yourself the time and the space because the renewal is going to come on strong. Like I said, it's like Energizer Bunny vibes. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. This is a card of growth, a card of expansion, another card of travel. So I do see a lot of you taking that time and that space to travel, giving yourself that little break that you may need, nurturing yourself. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is kind of like new habits, new ideas. This may be new for you to like truly give yourself the time and the space that you need. One other thing I want to say about, maybe I forgot what I was going to say about this, Aries. Oh, clarity has come through a couple times too. The Ace of Swords could be the clarity that's needed as well. So inner clarity with the Star card and clarity coming through with the Ace of Swords too. So whatever information you need, definitely clarity coming through strong there. Okay, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, Aries, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 9 of clubs. This is number 26 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 8 of clubs. This is number 13 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 3 of clubs. This is number 20 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes there for you, Aries. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of January. Your crystal is diamond, which is good for spiritual freedom. It's good for light. It's time to think big. It really gives you that far-sightedness, that future focus. Well, last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, "This too you will conquer." Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. If you do feel inclined, I included my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and I hope you have the best ever January.